What's up, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. I got a video for you guys. This one is going to be about Glen Johnson joining the Super Six. Um, Interesting news to say the least, because Glen Johnson is a tough, crafty veteran. He's keeping up with young fighters such as Tavares Cloud and Chad Dawson in the first bout. Me, I'm a huge fan of Glen Johnson. Like what he brings to this tournament because now he's bringing in a different style fighter. He's he has quite a good following as far as boxing goes as well. And he's another veteran name. So, pretty much the former, you could say undisputed light heavyweight champion. Even though if it was for like a bout or two, he was the undisputed light heavyweight champion and Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year. So he's going to be taking on Alan Green on November the 6th. I believe it's going to be on Showtime. I guess as an undercard for Juan Manuel Lopez versus Rafael Marquez, more than likely. Either that or it's the main event, one of the two. I just read about it a few moments ago. But anyway, I like this matchup between Glen Johnson and Alan Green. Alan Green to me, he's a B-level fighter. It's just my opinion. I think he's a B-level fighter. And also with Alan Green, I think that he did deserve to be in this tournament, but I just think he's a B-level fighter, and I think that this is the fight to where we could see what Alan Green is made of. And we've seen Glen Johnson in this type of fight before. Him against a young fighter who pretty much has yet to prove himself. And this is that Glen Johnson fight. This is pretty much Glen Johnson's comfort zone. This is where he's been the last couple of years, facing young fighters and keeping up with young fighters. To me, I think he's having a very good 2010. Victory over Yusuf Mack, a very close bout with Tavares Cloud, and now being in the Super Six. That has to be a great year for a 41-year-old fighter who last November we all were talking about was more than likely at the end of his career, was fading. But one thing that doesn't fade as far as boxing goes is skill. Skill doesn't fade. Your reflexes, your power, all that stuff can go, but skill, thinking, all that stays. And if you're a very smart boxer, then you can stay in the sport for a number of years, even without the reflexes, power, and speed and all this good stuff. You have to have boxing ability, and I think that I believe Glen Johnson has that. And I think he's going to bring a different element to the Super Six. To all the fighters, I think he's going to bring a tough fight. Look at pretty much look at the opponents he's been facing and look at the fights he's been in. Now, I know a lot of people may have a lot of concern about the weight because in his last bout, he looked quite soft in the bout. If you looked at the body, look at his belly and stuff, he looked kind of soft. But I think he can make that 168 weight limit. I don't think he's fought at super middleweight since like 2001. I don't think he's fought that weight division since then. But I think he could possibly make it. I think more than likely he can make that 168-pound limit. He mentioned weighing in at 172 for quite some time, but I think he can make it. Who knows? But anyway, I like this move in the Super Six. I like Glen Johnson replacing Mikkel Kessler. And to be honest, I will say that to me, Glen Johnson versus Alan Green is a more interesting fight, because to me, Kessler versus Alan Green was pretty much gonna look to be a one-sided bout, and this doesn't look to be a one-sided bout. I think it's gonna be a close bout, but this is a true test for Alan Green. We get to see. I think on display we're gonna get to see if Alan Green has it or not. We're gonna see something. I think we're gonna see something different in Alan Green versus Glen Johnson than Alan Green versus Mikkel Kessler. Mikkel Kessler is also a good veteran, but pretty much he's still young, and this is an older fighter, a veteran who's sharp, and knows how to outthink his opponent. And we're gonna see in this bout. Can't wait. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That was the distance. Peace.